It's the same thing as last time. You know, it's the same problem but different time. It's the same week, and not all my classes are done. But the problem is, I have already worked out, so it's my rest day, and um, we have like one class, and it's you have to be there, and I especially have to be there because I have to do like a talk of some kind of thing. I have to talk about something. I'm in this kind of school club thing. I have to talk about a little bit. I think so. What am I gonna do for 2 hours? Drive home? No, because I'm gonna do what I did last time. I'm gonna paint. Yeah, this is just one of the picture canvases. So the canvas is really cheap and really like it's not the best, but it was like I got this at a thrift store. It was really cheap and it's kind of sturdy. So I thought it was a good deal to buy, and I think it was. I got free for like very cheap. But anyway, that's all I have to say. Same thing as last time. I think I won't have done another painting since the last one. Where I also went up to my school. So same thing as last time, and my paint hasn't arrived either because this is the same week. But anyway, I will explain in the voiceover probably or something with the yeah. So yeah. So hope you guys enjoy. Yeah, I'm at the school now painting, or well, I was at the school painting, and also this is the second time I'm doing the voiceover, so that's kind of annoying because I was really stupid and I touched my phone and then my microphone disconnected and it just sucks a little bit. That's also why I want to do voiceovers on my computer instead, because when your phone kind of gets more used and you get like dust in the charging port, and when I have to use my microphone, I have to use the charging port. So I can't even just, I kind of got to clean out my charging port, and I know you should do that more often. But yeah, I'll try and do that sometime later today. So as you can see, I'm still at the school, of course, because of my painting, or my paint hadn't arrived when I was recording the footage. And also we had like a bunch of classes free because I can't remember what it was. It was, oh yeah, like two of my teachers were sick, and one of my teachers, she was at like far away city because some of her other students had to do something important. So we got like work, like we got two work objectives from her, which were very easy. So it took like 5 minutes, and then I kind of had a lot of time to kill because I also had to pick up my little brother and stuff like that. And firstly, when the day happened, I thought we were gonna have the last two classes, which is why I brought the canvas and the paint, or at least like just the white paint. The red paint is my school's, was my school's, I guess. But that's not the case. He got sick also, my Danish teacher, so I had the whole day free. But I already had the canvas and already wanted to paint there, so I just put on an audiobook and I painted. I was listening to Animal Farm, which is a great audiobook by George Orwell. And we started listening to it for school purposes, for like English class. But I also really liked it, so I listened it, like I finished it way before we had to finish it, which is of course just smart, because you might as well, especially when it's kind of an easier thing to do. And yes, I can't really remember all the chapters, but I thought it was a great book, you know. Yeah. And this painting is also very different from my usual painting, as you have probably seen from the thumbnail. It's kind of different, or maybe you have. I don't really know if I'm going to do a thumbnail. Probably just going to use one of the still images from here. And I think it's great. It's simpler. It's less scary. My dad, he said it was less scary. And my mom said, oh, it's more sellable. And which is a fair point. Like, I think it would probably be easier to sell this than to sell one of my others. Not because my others aren't great. My others are just scary. And very few people actually want scary art in their house, I think. I don't know. Maybe they're just bad. I don't know. I don't really care. But this one's pretty good also. I like this one. I really do. I think it has its own charm. It's pretty nice. I especially like that the white of the paint kind of mixes a bit with the red. So it is still very like just a white and red, but it kind of has this mixing, like when it becomes kind of pinkish some places, which is awesome. And the canvas I'm painting on is the last of 3 of these used canvases that I got from a thrift store. But they're not normal canvases. They're those kind of what they called printed canvases you can get in like IKEA or any store like that, you know. But I got mine secondhand, and they work pretty good. Mostly because they're so cheap. Like that's one thing I go. If the canvas is like stretched properly and it's cheap, I'll buy it. The only thing I don't like if there's a lot of texture on it, it kind of sucks to paint over, which I don't want to do. I want to make my own texture whilst I'm painting. I don't want to paint over somebody else's texture. It just seems stupid, especially if like I don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah. Today actually, the day of recording this voiceover, I had kind of a math test, but it's not like an official test. It's just trying out the test formula to see what it's like at the exam, if that makes sense. Like it's a test of the test, if it makes any sense, which is really great. I think it went good. I don't know. We had like 4 hours there are 2 parts, one without calculator and help, and one with. So 2 hours for each, which is fine. I had plenty of time. I didn't feel like I was running out of time. I more like felt I had enough. I had more than enough. But I also think when it's time for the real exam, I'm going to use all the time, unless I'm just done. But yeah, it was just nice. It went great, smooth. No, I didn't have any technical problems or anything. Yeah, simple stuff. I hope it went great. I don't know. Of course, it doesn't really matter, but it's still an indicator of how good you are. So if you're really bad at math, which is not a problem, but it will kind of reflect in the grade you get here. It doesn't mean anything, but it really gives you like a signal if you should start focusing more, or just like you can just do whatever you're doing. I hope and I think it's gone pretty well. I don't know for sure, but hopefully. And of course, I'll update you guys. I'll try to kind of like explain it in more terms, because the Danish grade system is like really weird compared to most of the world. So it's hard to say what is what, but I'll just say if something is good, great, or like the best, you know, or bad, worse, really bad. I don't think I've done really bad. I think I've done okay. Yeah, I felt like they were not too easy, but definitely not too hard either. I felt they were kind of on point. Yeah. I also did a lot of different things on this painting, but I ended up taking more things away at some point because I thought it got not too much, but just too much. It was kind of useless, the stuff in the, like I'm removing here. Kind of tired actually. Like I'm kind of tired from using my brain. I also went to the gym afterwards, that was nice. Completely alone in the gym again. I love that. I really want like my own private gym. That would kind of be a really expensive but a really cool goal, just because I really think like just having my own personal gym would be nice. Definitely expensive thing to have, but it would be cool. And yeah, well, since you've watched this video for nearly 10 minutes, I'm going to give you, yes, just you, a secret word. And the secret word is going to be shirt. No, it's going to be math. Math. M-A-T-H. Isn't that how you spell math? I think it is. I don't know. I don't care. But yeah, you can write that in the comments. It would be really cool if you wrote a comment also with math in it, or just, you know, a comment at all. It'd just be nice. So yeah, this is my new art piece. Really simple. Didn't take that long. I think it took about 45 minutes. Yeah. Okay, guys, girls, everybody's. I didn't actually change anything on the painting. I didn't do anything more, as you can probably see. The only thing I did was I painted the backside black. And now, why would I do this? And that's because of the sun. So when the sun comes through the back, because this is a very thin canvas, it's one of those picture canvases, you know, one of those really cheap ones you can get at any, like, IKEA or something. It's one of those. But it was still cheap and it works. So now I have this painting. And this is I wouldn't necessarily say a simpler painting, but it's about it's in the same style as my drawings usually are, and I think it's pretty good actually. I think it turned out really nice. It's much more, as my dad said to me, it's much more sellable. It isn't as scary, but it's still clearly me and my art, so it still has some merit, I think. I still like it. I didn't want to do anything more with it because I was thinking and thinking and thinking. I was like, you know, this is not going to make it any better. Not necessarily. So this time, with this one, I won't be doing more with this piece. But I still think it's a very great piece, and I really like it. There's some things I would change, maybe, maybe not. But in terms of just making something quick because I had nothing better to do, and it actually turning out really good on the first try, I think this is a fine piece of art. 56 by 56 centimeters, so it's also a decent size. Just love doing more art actually, just in general. It's pretty good. And yeah, there's not really much to talk about. Mostly my usual stuff. Nose could be a little bit better down here, but still fine. And the mouth, and you know, generally it's a fine product. It's a fine piece of art, and I really like it. I don't really have anything more to say about the piece. It's very simple, as you can see, but I will definitely be doing more people-ish things, more basic stuff, because that's part of the art process. I kind of have to not make stuff I can sell, but make stuff more people would want. Be broader. Yeah, you know, have a wider field, difficult words. Having more people be interested because my art isn't as extreme. I'm still gonna make my extreme stuff. Still gonna make everything I want to make because I also wanted to try this, and it turned out pretty good, and I really like it. Definitely in the future I'm gonna do more like paint in and like kind of really differentiate the background and stuff. So not maybe I'll still do stuff like this, which is more sketchy sketchbook kind of vibe, but I'll do something different in the future, definitely, with these more human looking peoples. But yeah, I want to say thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And if you found this video interesting, which you kind of did if you watched this far, you should definitely watch some of my older videos or just other videos in general, because yeah, really very nice. And have a good day, night, or whatever. Bye.